this video is going to be about the tweaks I have on my phone, and yeah, I changed up my layout again from last time, and my lock screen wallpaper is just Zayn Malik, and I changed my the time theme right here, and I added LockGlyph, and my passcode is still the same as last time. And yeah, so when we go on this, here's Harry Styles for my first page, and then down here I like changed it up. I added a new theme, so this is just what it looks like. I have 2 pages of apps, and basically for like this theme, like not all the icons are themed and they look weird, so like I hid them all like in this little folder down here because like they make them look like they're like square, and I didn't like that, so I just hid them in this folder. And then this tweak is called FullFolder, so like I could put like nested folders into this whole big folder, and it like takes up the whole entire like screen, so it kind of looks like the Android app drawer in a way, and I just put it right in a little one folder on my home screen. So when we go into settings, okay, so I have like preference organizer, I think that's what it's called, and it like adds like a little tab so like all my tweaks get put into this one folder. And these are all the tweaks I have installed. Okay, so I have 3D switcher, and to show you, that's just, it makes like the switcher cards look like that, as you can see. Okay, then I have activator, and with activator I feel like scroll up on this, like I have a few tweaks added for activator. Like whenever I'm at school, I have a activator gesture put in, so I'm gonna plug in my headphones, so whenever I plug that little like folder or pop-up window comes up, and it gives me the choice of if I want to open up music, YouTube, Spotify, or Netflix, just to make it easier. So every time I plug my headphones in, it does that. And then I have another one that if I like swipe like along the left side of my phone, it will turn up the volume, but it's not going to show it now since I'm recording my screen. And those are like the basic ones I use for Activator. I don't really use anything else with it. I have Ahaha, which I don't have enabled right now, but basically if we go back to my lock screen and somebody like gets my password wrong like 3 times in a row, then a video will play, and I have it set to like a Kevin Hart video where he's like cursing, he's telling them that you're stupid. That's basically what it is. I have Alkaline, and I have small battery enabled, so as you can see I have an emoji in the upper right hand corner of my phone. So basically, depending on what percent battery I have left, it's going to show an emoji. So since I'm at like less than halfway, it has like the little like frowny emoji, and it changes like every like at 10% intervals. So yeah. Then I have AlwaysFirstSwipe, and that's just for the notification center, so I don't have like, it just makes it easier to get to it. See, like that. AndroidLock XT. I don't have an innate, well, I'm going to show you what it looks like, but basically just makes it look like the Android lock screen. It's kind of cool. I don't have it enabled all the time. AppColorClose. It just like colorizes, like whenever you try to move like a app, it like adds like a little like color that matches the app. If you can see it, you can't really see it because of my background, but that's basically all it is. I have AquaBoard, and let me show you. Usually I don't have it enabled when I have like pictures and stuff like of people, but when I have like a pattern one, I have it on, and it's really cool. You know what? I'm gonna keep it on. Yeah. And these are my settings if anybody has it. I have it set to 20 frames per second. I have turbulence, and then the rain disallows touches checked on, and the rain frequency, oh, I don't have rain turned on, but is that low or slow? I have Asphaleia 2. Don't really remember what that one was for. I don't think I'm using that one anymore. Oh wait, yeah, I am. I remember what it is. Like for my notes, if you can see this a little fingerprint thing, and I have all of my passwords saved onto notes, so I just have like a little thing, so you can't get into my notes without using my touch ID. So yeah, BlurryBadges, that just adds little color for like little notifications, so they kind of like match it, so you can kind of see it with the city right there. There's like the 4 is like yellow to match the app, and same with the messages up there, it's green. Okay. And then I have CClean, and that just gets rid of like the separator lines and like little shadows from under it. So yeah. CCsettings, you kind of just saw what it is, but it adds like more options for the control center. Instead of just 6, I have about 18 there. Classic dock, I don't have it enabled, so basically my dock is transparent right now, but Classic dock brings back the iOS 6 dock, because I don't really like the new dock, so I either have it as transparent or with that one. ColorBanners is, if you go to my notification center, you can kind of see it like that. It just like colorizes it and makes it easier to like see which is which. ColorFlow 2 is for the music app, and I don't use ColorFlow 2 in the music app. I use CustomCover to like colorize the artwork, because I like how it colorizes it. Let me just show you. Like, the music app is like running so slow, and I know that with iOS 8.4 it like changes it, but they don't have a jailbreak for iOS 8.4.1, so I'm not updating it, because that would probably fix all like the glitches with the music app. But you can kind of see. So for like the colorizing this, I use CustomCover because there's an option to colorize from artwork. And then for my lock screen, this is where I use ColorFlow, because like it colorizes everything on my lock screen, even like my LockGlyph. And yeah, so I use like 2 different apps that kind of do the same thing. I just like how different variations. I don't know. ColorPass. If you go back to my lock screen, and then like you can kind of see it's like those like 4 pink circles. That's kind of what it is. Corners. This is one that you can only see from my lock screen right now. And if I pull out my control center, you can kind of see how it's corners like that, because I don't really like how it looks like when it's like square straight across. CrashReporter, this is just like if like I have a bad tweak installed and it like crashes, it tells me which one it is, so I can like delete it. And same thing with like regular apps. CustomCover I just talked about, but this just like, as like, you see how it's like faded for the artwork? So yeah, you can kind of see it there. I have Cylinder installed, and this is just like, it has animations for when I like switch pages. So if I change it from, the one that I haven't started now is Page Flip, but if I change it to Dominoes, you'll see how it just adds like cute little animations to it when I change pages. And it's like the free version of, it's like there's another tweak that you can like install that like adds animations, but it like costs like $3 I think, but this one's free. And then I have Eclipse 2. I have dim installed, which like it just makes like your screen brightness darker than like your phone can naturally go. So I think that's kind of cool. I have f.lux, which is like changes like the temperature of your phone. I have Faces, which I use for my lock screen, which is how I have those pictures of Harry Styles as for my buttons. Let me see. Flurry. that just makes like stuff look transparent. Like on my control center, it looks like transparent and stuff like that. Folderix. I used to use this one, but then I got FullFolder. But basically, you kind of saw in my last video about what's on my jailbroken iPhone. That was how I got like the black folders, and like whenever I open a folder, you could like see like the like 4 folders under it, so you could like choose it. If you kind of know what I'm talking about, just look at my old video. I don't use GroovyBoard. GroovyLock. That's from the lock street, and I'm using the Grand 12-hour white, half opaque, and that's just. Oh, I have to stop playing music for you to see this. So from the lock screen, it's just like where it has like those big like white letters for the time, and I think it looks good with my wallpaper. You can still see through it because I really wanted to see the picture of Zane I had set. Hide Me 8. I use this mainly for my lock screen, and I use it to hide like the default like stock like clock that's like right in the middle, and I use it to hide like the what is it called? You know the thing where just like where it's like the slider at the bottom, I use that to hide that, and I use it to hide like the blur on my passcode so it's still transparent. And then HotDog, HotDog is what I use to change up my lock screen. So for where it says go back, I use HotDog for that, and where it says call for help, I use HotDog, and then when it says choose wisely up here, I use HotDog for that. Let's see. InstaBetter is for Instagram. You can like save pictures from Instagram and like copy like the descriptions. Keyboard +8. I use that to add color onto my keyboard and the gradient, because I have nude keys installed, but I couldn't get the gradient to work, so I just like had to like combine those two. LinkTunes is for like downloading music. LocallAPStore is for like in-app purchases. So like for like Temple Run and stuff, you can get coins with that. LockGlyph I talked about at the beginning, which is just like the little fingerprint animation. Messages Customiser is how I customize my messages and like make. Let me just show you. Let's see. Let me see if I have it open. I don't really want to open up. Oh, wait. There. But basically, it just looks like that. Okay. So it just like makes it like pink, and I added a white background and stuff for it. Where am I? Mobius. That is for so like basically with like regular iPhones, you can only like swipe so many times to where you get to the last page and you have to like go back, but with this you can like swipe infinitely. And I think I have it set up for folders too. Or wait, only folders that have more than one thing in it, I think. I'm trying to find like a big folder. Yeah. But I have like all my folders are full right now. But you kind of get what it is. NcObey is from a notification center. So depending on what side of the screen I like pull down on. So if I pull down on the right side, it opens up the notification side. If I pull down on the left side, it opens up the today side. So that's all that one does. No slow animations. It just like quickens up the speed. So if I like quickens up the speed for some things. Nude keys is like is for the keyboard. I just showed you it. Phantom I use for Snapchat. You can like save videos from people's stories and stuff like that. PM really is for the alarm clock thing. So like if I like accidentally set something to be PM instead of AM for like when I need to wake up for school, or like notify me. Power color I used this in my last video, but now that I have like that smiley battery thing, I have it disabled, but it just like colorizes. You can like change the battery icon to whatever color you want. Preference organizer, which is basically how I have like the tweaks into the like little folders get more organized. Priority hub. It is, let me send a test notification. It just like adds a little icon for like your notifications. It looks looks cute. Protein. What did I use this for? Oh, with protein you can like organize like where things in your status bar can go. So that teddy bear that I have right here, that is supposed to be the what is it? The carrier. And if I like change it up, you see how it moves to like the other side? Does that kind of make sense? See, that's basically all that protein does. Reach app is like multitasking within an app. So if I have like two apps open, I like double click and I can use two at once. Repower just for whenever I'm turning on my phone. It gives me the option if I want to reboot or respring also. Sang is for my control center, which is what the like purple things are. So it just like combines like the music player, the control center, and like little toggles with the app switcher in one. Slide2Kill8, which is what I use with the control center. I'm not going to do it now because then that will like X out of the screen recording. But it just like, you can like swipe down on one app and it will close all the like background running apps. Smart tap is for if I'm on like a page like this and I double tap with my finger on the screen, it turns it off, and I can do the same thing to open my phone up. Springtomize 3 is not really using that much stuff on it, but like you can use the gear like the icon labels and stuff like that. Swipe for more is for when I'm in Cydia and I want to like quickly install or queue to install stuff or queue remove stuff. Tap tap flip is for like the camera, so like you know in Snapchat you tap on the screen twice, it changes the orientation. That's basically what that one does. Tinge is what I use to like change like little colors, so you can like see little toggles that have a purple thing. Tiny bar are for what is this for? Oh, this is for like notifications, I think. It just makes it smaller instead of like the like regular big one, I guess. It like keeps it in the status bar for like whenever I get a notification. Type status is for whenever somebody's texting me, it like gives me a little notification in my status bar that somebody's typing. Uniformity is what I use for my control center to get it to be that purple shade. Virtual home is what I use on my home button. You can't really see it, but instead of having to like press down on my button, I can just like slightly tap it and it works the same way. Walmart is what I use for when I want to have more than one wallpaper. I have it disabled now, but I usually use it for my lock screen. So every time like I turn my phone off and turn back on, is a different wallpaper. Let me just show you real quick. Walmart, and then I have stuff for lock screen. Oh wait, I have to enable another part in it. Yeah. So if I turn my phone on and off, you see it's a picture hairstyle now. And I already like made like a folder just for like this stuff. And I think it's kind of cool. So you kind of get the gist of it from that. Almost done. Watch notifications is just like it gives like a little icon. It's supposed to look like the Apple Watch notifications basically. And Winterboard, these are like, I'm just gonna show you what thing I'm using. I'm using, technically it's called Jelly 2 if you look it up in Cydia. And I have Jelly Messages UI enabled, GroovyLock, JailBroken. I have Muse CC enabled. I have Lasso status bar icons enabled. And that's basically it. I'm trying not to touch anything because if you touch something on the motherboard, it'll make you respring. And then Zeppelin, that's how I got the little Kanye West bar thing right there. And yeah, that's basically all of my tweaks that are in my settings that I'm using. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want me to make more of these types of videos, just let me know. I'll be happy to, because I change my phone up like every single week. So please like and subscribe.